The Catalyst. Ramji, like his other colleagues, never cringed when it was his turn for night duty. Patrolling in the police van at night meant sharp eyes and a constant lookout for any untoward activity. Ramji's theory was that the real patrolling happens when policemen walked on foot under the cover of darkness to look out for illegal activities. Most of his colleagues found Ramji's theory straight out of the Gopichand Jasus film and never really implemented it. However, Ramji wasn't driven by noble intentions to come up with his theory. He knew that on foot he was more likely to catch a few criminals lurking around, ferrying bottles of alcohol, driving drunk on the roads, or even making out in parked cars on deserted roads. Such people would become the source of Ramji's extra income. Caught in the dead of the night, such lawbreakers wouldn't even argue to call their lawyer. They would know that they were in the wrong. And then Ramji would demand a handsome figure which the lawbreaker would give willingly, as no one wanted to land in the police net. Tonight, as Ramji walked towards the Nebula crossroads, he smiled, remembering how last month he had become suspicious about a car parked on the university road. On investigating, he had caught a famous radio jockey having a nice time with, well, someone. The fellow was actually clad only in his jockeys. He had given a bulging envelope to Ramji the next day. अरे पकड़ना था ना यार, सब प्रेस वाले आते, अफेयर का पता चलता था सबको, his friend Head Constable Kumar had said. But Ramji knew that once the halla on the racket would die down, the RJ would go back to his old ways. Jails never guarantee that a criminal or lawbreaker will change his ways. He will just find alternative methods to do what he was caught doing. Simple. Ramji was hoping to earn another fat packet today also. As he strolled leisurely on the footpath, with the cool air of the night gently enveloping him in a loving embrace, suddenly a loud screeching sound of tires broke the silence. Ramji turned back to look. A car had probably hit a biker. In the street lamps, Ramji could see the upturned bike and the biker on the road. Ramji rushed to him. The SUV had skidded off the road, and in desperation, the driver had steered it to the service lane. Ramji saw that the biker was bleeding at the knees and elbows, but thankfully there was no serious injury. Ramji helped him stand up. The biker was dazed. A ward boy in a hospital, he was returning home. After a few minutes, the biker felt strong enough to drive again. The bike wasn't damaged much. The biker thanked Ramji and drove on. Ramji now turned his attention to the SUV. The driver hadn't emerged so far. When Ramji glanced inside, he saw a very scared young boy, hardly 20 or 21, gripping the wheels of the car, eyes wide with fear, hair all matted, perspiration trickling down his face, and the unmistakable smell of whiskey coming from the car. Ramji pulled him out. The boy was tall and was dressed in denims and a casual shirt. His watch, shoes, and the gold chain around his neck proved that he was a rich kid, a spoiled brat. कौन है बेतू? कहाँ जा रहा था इतनी रात को? पिया हुआ है? पी के साला गाड़ी चला रहा था? अभी वो बाइक वाला मर जाता तो? अरे बोल, कौन है तू? The boy was so scared that he couldn't open his mouth. He was trembling from head to foot. Ramji slapped him. The boy nearly fell down, more out of fear than of the slap. In a flash, Ramji understood that his bakra for tonight had been caught. The boy was drunk driving, and his family would pay a hefty amount to keep him away from trouble. License दिखा, चल, license दे. The boy was paralyzed with fear. Please, please, छोड़ दो साहब, छोड़ दो, sorry साहब, please जाने दो साहब. He stammered. It's a case of drunken driving. Rigorous punishment का section लगेगा. Ramji knew that the section for rigorous punishment was for drunk driving causing death. For drunk driving on the roads, the section called for lighter punishment. But Ramji knew that the boy wouldn't know either of the sections. Please छोड़ दो साहब. Please, leave me, please. The boy again stammered and pleaded. ऐसे कैसे छोड़ दूं? You broke the law, so punishment तो मिलेगी भाई. Please साहब, please. अरे please साहब, जाने दो ना please. Ramji was a little surprised that the boy hadn't pointed out that the biker was unhurt and had already left the scene. But Ramji wasn't going to be foolish enough to tell this to the boy. Why reduce one's stakes and money-making opportunities? छोड़ने के पैसे लगते हैं भाई. How much money are you carrying? Ramji asked him directly, deciding not to waste time in preliminaries. The boy fumbled in his pockets. There were a few big notes in the wallet. But more importantly, Ramji saw a debit card in there. He knew there was an ATM nearby. Wallet में नहीं, account में कितना पैसा है? The boy looked up and didn't reply anything. Again, Ramji understood that he had quite some money stashed away in his account. In the ATM, Ramji saw the boy's hands shaking while inserting the card. He withdrew 50,000. The boy hadn't protested, argued, or bargained even once with Ramji. He was quietly following all instructions. Years of working in the police had taught Ramji that a lawbreaker who has been caught red-handed will rarely argue and will agree to dole out money. This guy also knew that he had almost killed a biker, was driving drunk, and hence was quiet. But Ramji's sixth sense told him that there was something else. Even women caught drunk driving wouldn't agree to give more than 10,000 bucks. And here this fellow had already given 50,000. There was definitely something fishy. The boy's fear hadn't decreased. Usually, once the lawbreakers would deposit their money, they would give black, angry, helpless looks to Ramji. But this one was still scared. Sun bhai, I am a policeman. We get to know everything that happens. I have got to know what you have really done back there. Your real crime is much bigger. So, 50,000 में तो नहीं चलेगा भाई. Ramji expected his bluff to be called off any moment, with the boy becoming angry or refusing to give any more money. but he seemed to get even more scared. Now Ramji knew he had trapped the boy. Without any hesitation, brazenly, Ramji demanded 50,000 more. The boy gave him a desperate look. It seemed that he wanted to say something, but couldn't bring himself to speak. He went back inside the ATM and got the money. Ramji couldn't believe his luck. 1 lakh! Oh! It was the biggest haul in his life so far. Ramji now wanted to get rid of the boy as soon as possible. He feared that someone would catch them and this nefarious exchange would be discovered. The boy hurriedly bagged his SUV and sped off. As the eastern skies began to turn orange, Ramji's beat ended and he headed home. As he neared the police quarters, he saw an ambulance and many residents standing outside. Ramji was intrigued. He entered the compound and found Kumar, his friend and neighbor, in a very bad shape. Worried, anxious, angry, Kumar appeared to be quite lost. He saw Ramji and blurted out, "Ramji, my niece Kamla was picked up forcefully last night by a couple of young boys. They were drunk and took advantage of her. Kamla managed to run away from there, but her condition is very bad. One of the boys was caught. He told us that the other boy in an SUV drove to the airport in the dead of the night and has flown out of the country. Whosoever helped him to escape, साले को छोड़ूंगा नहीं."